I need to. No, little boy. Goodbye. Look at me. Good morning. 0410 in the morning. Oh my gosh. This is good. This is good. Obviously, I've been up for way longer and getting myself prepped to get out and do what I need to do before I go and be where I need to be. That's what's up with that. But I feel better like I'm the one that's determining what's going to happen because what I do and what I want to do is done first. Then I comply with the obligation to do what you talk about as far as my job and my people. But either way, what's really going on? I hope this freaking thing dings at least 16 times. The thing is the bell that lets my subscribers know they get to bring their plates up first. They get to get what's on the stove first. You get served what I'm cooking up first. And I didn't do anything to intro with a song or anything like that. I'm not 100% on the copyright thing. I love a lot of music, but I can't come on with an intro to music because everybody's made it, and the people that have made it don't want me, I guess, promoting it or broadcasting it or whatever it is. So, damn all that is me first saying hello, saying good morning, letting you know at 0410 in the morning, my mind's already cracking about something. And this is what the most recent thing is. You know what I did? I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you what we did, my wife and I. We were ordering some food. In Kuwait, they have this thing. I guess I can say what it is. It's like a food delivery deal. And, they bring the food literally to your door from any restaurant. It feels like from the entire country. It doesn't matter where they are. They will bring you the food, and the delivery is where they make their money, it seems to be. But anyway, so, and I've always known this. She has always, this is just how she is as, I guess old school or, however she was raised as far as where she's from, country, simple. The man is supposed to have the money. The guy is supposed to have the money. And it goes back to when I was doing miscellaneous things to contribute to the relationship, when I was kind of like trying to see if I wanted to be in a relationship. We were together when we were together, but we had lives apart. So I wasn't her, she wasn't mine. But she was trying to put that on me, in a sense, to let me know she was down to do it if I came correct and was down to do it. What that meant was, if I didn't have any money, but she had money, she would give me the money to buy or to purchase or to pay for whatever, we were doing. And I'm like, yeah, this is that old school. Yeah, my alarm goes off at 4:15 every morning. When I'm up and I'm on it before then, I'm winner. Anyway, and for me, yeah, that was the thing too. As the man, I'm supposed to have money, I'm supposed to pay for the stuff. I'll order the food, and I'll tell you what she wants. You don't know, I know. You don't know what she wants, I know what she wants. But when you ain't got no money, and she gives you the money, that's a clear-cut sign of, okay, this girl is from some of that, she's cut from that old school cloth. It makes you feel pretty good because she's not asking if you have any money. It's just before you leave, if there's going to be money to pay tips, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, she's going to give you that so that you'll have it to take care of that. So So even back then, and we're talking about, oh gosh, the oh 07, oh 08, you know, that was, you know, just a thing, you know. And that's some of the things that a lot of relationships might be founded on, just simpler upbringing, or this is what your parents were like. You know, daddy did this and mama did this. This was mama's job and portion to bring to the table. This was daddy's portion and part to bring to the table. You know, but he made the money, he had the money, mama made sure we were straight. That kind of thing. That kind of thing. So, last night, when we had to order this food, typically you got to have this a certain kind of card, a certain kind of credit card or debit card that they'll accept. And if so, you can order and pay, and everything comes. And then if you have the money, you tip the guy. Otherwise, they will accept the real. Remember, cash on delivery, COD. They still have COD. You know, if you mess it up. If you mess up COD, that's because they took the chance first in bringing your stuff and just assuming you were going to pay them. You were going to make good. You wanted this food and you wasn't going to break the bond of getting this food. So they're going to take a risk on you down with COD. You down with COD? Yeah, you know me. So they do that. They do the COD. And she can do it. She has the type of card where she can pay for everything. But she would use her card, pay for the food. The guy comes, bang! It's the guy. Of course it's the guy. Bang! The man, like, remember the insurance man? Used to, mama, the insurance man out there? Bang! The guy out here. And I look around the corner like, yeah. We call me to go to the door? It just, at that time, it wasn't anything, you know, appalling about it. It just made me think that's how some women want their guy to do certain their guy should do. Typically, there's going to be a guy that's going to be delivering the food. She should not go up there and talk to that man and deal with our money. That's me. That's my thing. And I do it so fluid, and it's such a regular thing. I didn't even really think the fact that, you know, she said anything. It's just at that moment I was like, yeah, take that money right there, give him the tip. You paid for the food, we're good. Just give him the money. I'm not giving no man your money. I'm not gonna do that. Subconsciously, she ain't thinking. That's what she said. I'm not gonna give that man your money. You give him what you think he should have. And he got it from you. He didn't get it from me. Orale, Vato. Orale. You're right. You're right. You are right. You're absolutely right. That's a dynamic in our relationship. That's an understanding in our relationship. And that's cool. Because I set that precedent I set that in motion a long time ago. It still sticks. It still holds water. You know, it's not an inferiority thing, because she can easily go and ask me, you know, what did you spend $700 on? What was that? You know, in inquiry, because this happened before. You know, she going, what did you spend this amount of money for? Like, what is that? She can make the face. It ain't like I didn't make the money, but she's just like, what was that about? Trying to make it a conversation, but her face is like, I hope I got something out of that. She probably did, but you know, if I had to take it from an account that she could go and check, I don't mind her going and checking it. I put it in there. I don't care if she knows when I took it out. I really don't. I really don't. You know, but the thing really is she don't want me nosing around in her stuff. So usually she'll hold her tongue about any purchase, you know, that ain't too excessive. So it ain't like she don't have rights to money. She don't have, you know, she can't buy things on her own. But if she wants to bring it up in question, you know, she want to do it in a respect that I'm just asking, but you know, don't go looking behind me. Don't go checking behind me because you might find some stuff there that has a question mark behind it too. But anyway, that was just a dynamic. That was just something that I noticed last night. Like, yeah, she wants me to be in charge of taking care of those things as far as the money. We could be sitting at a restaurant, and if I have my card to pay for everything, but I'm still eating, she's not going to pull her card out and go ahead and pay for everything, and, you know, we go and leave any faster. That guy's going to have to come back when he's done, and then, you know, she'll pay him. I mean, I'll pay the food for the meal, and I'll give the tip, and that'll be the end of the transaction. Until then, she'll sit there and look around the restaurant and just wait. When I eat, I finish, okay? Now I'm leaking something else. It's kind of random. But when I eat, I finish, typically. And it's really like a growing up in poverty thing. You don't leave nothing on your plate. If you order it, you eat it. You know what I'm saying? If you order it, you eat it. What are you doing? You ain't got no food to throw away. You know how much that food costs? We used to hear that so much when you were little. I guess that was just, you know, it was being wasteful. As if you're promised to have just as good a meal or another meal, you make sure you eat it. Like you're not certain if that meal's gonna come around again, or you're gonna have that meal tomorrow. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I eat my food. I finish my food. You know, it took a while for her and I to get cool with the fact that if she don't want it, she don't need it. Like, well, why the hell did you order it for? Well, that's what I want. Well, then why don't you eat it? Because I don't. You can't make the rest of that go down. You know, you want to walk around or something. You want to go to the bathroom. To me, it's kind of significant. Don't waste up no food. Waste not, want not. Is that not right? Yes, that is right. Waste not, want not. But you know, she's kind of privy, I guess. You know, you want to take it home? I'm not gonna eat that tomorrow. I'll eat it. Box that up, homeboy. Box that up. We taking that. Yeah. That's a half of free lobster tail. We'll have that. We'll have that. You won't throw that in the trash or go in the back and eat it or whatever the hell you do with food that people have paid for and now they no longer want. I don't think so. I'm not contributing to that habit. No, sir. So my wife's sort of a weirdo, but that's her. That's her bag, and have mercy, that's her bag. And another dynamic that her and I'm not going to say we don't see eye to eye on, but if she's making her point pertaining to marriage in general, because at a certain stage of your relationship, you're comfortable just talking about marriage. You're comfortable talking about relationship. You're comfortable discussing the good, the bad, the right, the wrong, not in a judgmental sense, and not in a I deem this wrong or worthy, blah blah blah. Breaking down exactly what it is that you intend when you say or have said what your vows were intended, or what you believe or interpreted your vows to mean. You know what I mean? And this might be subject to argument. Somebody might have a whole different. And I know now that her interpretation was not right. A little late in the game now. She's probably more or less fully vested. You know, I'd have to probably claim cripple to get her to pay alimony to me. It's been so long, but truth is, she has a different interpretation of what it meant when she said what she said. She'd look at these relationship shows, she'd look at these, guys or professionals or doctors. Shout out to Dr. Ish Major. He's somebody from down home, back doggone Yamsey, South Carolina, doing and saying professional advice that people are using to better themselves, to better their relationship, and better their outcome on a personal level. Real big deal. In South Carolina, stronger. Ish Major, what's up, homeboy? Good looking out. On the other note, no. But anyway, so I say this because when we talk about it, we can get into it because ain't nobody around, and it can pertain to anybody. But when you think about it, when you say the whole for better or for worse, richer for poorer, all that jazz, in sickness and in health has to be your own interpretation, because if you haven't talked about it, you just said the words and now you're down. You're down to do what's necessary. Bullshit. Let me call it bullshit because that's what it is. When you say, or when you said what you said, everybody was dressed up and dolled up. Everybody came out to the gala affair. Me, my whole entourage and staff of people that were responsible for getting me to my wedding, some of them were in relationships as well. They were pushing another body into the fire that was going to burn for eternity. Oh, well, okay, I'm going to walk into this and, do what I got to do. But now I know her interpretations of what a couple might be going through and what she would go through are different. And you have to have your own understanding of that. When you say better for worse, rich for poor, blah, 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 does that mean, well, as long as they ain't got nothing to do with no drugs, if you got to do with drugs, if he get to messing with drugs, I am out of here. But that's his sickness, baby. I don't know how he got introduced to him. I don't know how he got into it. He's into drugs now. He's at a low point. How do you help him with that? And you can't abandon him. You can, but you can't say I'm abandoning him because of drugs. But if drugs was his low point, then drugs was his sickness. And sickness or health is not defined by any particular diagnosis. That's his sickness. He's on the dope. He likes the pipe. We don't, and he does. That's his low point. That's where you're supposed to stick and stand to get him through that in sickness and in health. For better or for worse. Damn. Saying that messed up the connection on the phone. Because that's rare. That's few and far between, because usually it's a man. But anyway, you have a woman and a wife that you're married to, but come to find out, she has an obsession with porn. Not even an unhealthy obsession. She just really, really likes it. Oh, well, then that's her worst. For better or for worse. Or maybe it's for better because, maybe she's, it don't take that much to get her turned on. But maybe she becomes a nympho. I don't know. Whatever the reason is, for the sake of the scenario, you got a woman and a wife who loves to watch porn. And she is typically in the position that a man is in. Because a woman on the Dr. Phil show is going to say, he's always in there watching the porn and he won't touch me. I don't see that happening with a woman where the roles are reversed, but who knows? Let's just say, for the sake of our subject, she likes porn a lot. And you'll find her, browser history with all kind of doggone cocks, wieners, and double this and fist and that and two-way, rotisserie cock sessions, whatever. And she's the one that's carried away with it. She's the one that's taken by porn. And the guy has a problem with it. And it's like, I can never satisfy her. There's no way. She's always wanting it. I've never satisfied her. She pretends and she acts as if I am, but I totally am not. And that's her low point. That's her bottom. That's her worst. And it was better, but I'm out. You don't leave him at that bottom point, right? According to the vows, right? Does that necessarily mean she want all them doggone big, huge West Coast brothers all up and through her, running her like a set of stairs? I don't know. But if it makes you feel some type of way, she has to be addressed, and the issue has to be addressed, because for better or for worse, y'all decided and y'all were saying y'all were going to stick and stay. That's what it means. Those are what those vows mean. Your interpretation can be what they are, but whatever high end or low point you said at that stage, you were willing to duke it out with that person no matter what. And that's what you thought then. while you were standing at that altar in that white uniform that said you've never been with anybody else and now you'll be with this person forever. Okay, well, you came in that line because y'all used to have sex all the time. At the height of your relationship, you're having the most sex is typically when people get married. But you're wearing white. Shut up. Tradition is right out the window from the door. You look at somebody who's a lot like you in that span of your life. Because they're out there, you're out there. You've been doing it, they've been doing it. And you think they probably just tired of being out there. You know what it is you want. You know what it is you're looking for. This person you've seen change, seems to be grown up, seems to understand the workings of a relationship because y'all are in the same space so often now. So much more now. Well, hell, maybe we'll just get married, get out of these streets, get on the same path, stop paying rent in two different places. Oh, it works out financially and everything, huh? Yeah, this must be a good idea. I don't like doggone meeting different women every night trying to score. You don't like being ran up in by every John, Dick, and Harry every time you get an itch in your vaginal area. Well, maybe we could just do what we do all the time together from now on. You could try it. You could try it. You could try it. Truth be told, as soon as you realize there's some kind of common interest and you want to start down that road, you're supposed to immediately eliminate the sex and find out what's going on up here and see if that compatibility works like it's probably going. It's a Lil Jon party in your pants right now because you can't wait to see if the physical is matching this semi-trial basis of psychological and mental. Because this seemed to be kicking off. Seemed to be pretty good. I think I like what I'm seeing and hearing from this chick right here. She said some cool stuff. That's all well and good. But you're going to put it to the physical test and it's going to lock all the interlocking pieces together. But when you got set expectations, you're giving that person 50% of what it is they need because you've been talking to them. The sex ain't even got to be that good. It's got to be okay to be like, this could work. I could stop calling up baby daddy now for sex. I could deal with this guy. And he's cool. He's cool because you don't know him. You don't know him. He's all right. He ain't that bad. He's not a criminal. He ain't trying to kill you. He's got some stuff going for him. Yeah, from this angle, from this immediate angle, from the first look, sure. But when you take that, add in all your personal stuff, I have not put all of that into this pot and see if it all makes for a decent taste and now a new recipe. I don't know. It's all going to be tried on a trial basis. Once you decide, okay, now we're going to go into a relationship, and people typically don't want to just hang out, just kick it. Put the sex to the side. Take the time to find out, is this person just compatible or just new? Cool or, my soulmate? Is this person relationship material or this person, one hell of a doggone potential candidate to be, a wife or a spouse or a fiance or whatever? We all jumped the gun, man. We all jumped the gun. And the discussion was going back and forth with my wife and I because we were just talking. And it's like, even sleeping around with somebody else during the time that you're with somebody that you're, dating, in a relationship with, married to, you're not faced with the 300 versus the whole freaking army of doggone what the people was on 300? Arcadians? Whatever the hell they were. It's not important. The fact of the matter was, it was a whole lot more of them. And it was just you and your new buddy. This is my wife versus all of you Arcadians, and she's better than you, and I like her more than you, and you back off, back away. It's like you're waving your wife as a sword against all of those potential invaders of your newfound, your newfound relationship. I'm monogamous and you can't stop me because she's good. She's this, she did that little freaky thing that one time. All of that. And all of that took you off the market. Made all those other women non-existent. Y'all don't exist. I will later develop the ability to talk to other women, but I will not be attracted and I will not be tempted by the other women. You know? Okay. Okay. You're going to try it. You're going to go at it. But if it hadn't been tempted and it hadn't been tried, you don't know if it works that way. You just know when you were standing at that altar, you were willing to give it a shot. You were willing to give it a chance. And this person was too. So if you really, really, really want to get into the meat and potatoes of it, you can have that conversation, but I don't know if you can have that conversation before you say, I do. You know? I don't know if you can have that conversation until you've actually done it. Not I do, I've done. Now that I've done, I don't know if I can do it. Because you've tested the waters, you went out there, you've tried it, you've seen, you've stumbled and fell, and was that person still there? Based on what you did, maybe she will, maybe she won't, but you don't know. And if it's bad enough, or especially if it involves another woman, that woman has ego just as big as a man. She may or may not be able to swallow that. She may or may not be able to take that on the chin. My wife's point was so freaking valid. It's like, damn, I see what you're saying, dog. You go out there and, you know, sneak around, sleep around, you get away with it, you come back. Shit, anytime you look at your phone now here, I'm thinking you doggone saying something to a bitch. I don't know. She said it drive her crazy. She don't think she could do it. Well, damn, what about them vows? Ain't no vow supposed to stick up for you, boy? I don't know. Hold me down real quick. Let me see what's happening. What's going on, brother? Yes, sir. You know, let me get that over there. Stick and stay.
Yes, sir.
Take care, brother.
All right, you too, man.
Right on. Yes, sir. Who's that lady? So can you see her, can you see how her point relates to, you know, you personally? Do you share her, you know, her views as far as that? If you did try to honor your relationship and do the right thing, and you had a stumbling block in the road, it happened to involve infidelity, but you believe your mental psyche would be destroyed and ruined at first. So bad because you just don't trust that person. You can't follow them to work. You can't trust them to go to the store. You don't know what they're going to do or when they're going to do it. And anytime they do something, you think they're doing that bad or wrong thing again. Could you deal with that? Could you stomach it? Could you give them a fair shot as a second shot? Could you give them another try, honestly, earnestly? You know, be like, okay, yeah, you know, gonna do the right thing. You know, I'm gonna make this work. Yeah, we had that one stumbling block in the road, but we're gonna put our heads down. We're gonna send our hopes and prayers up. And we're gonna be all right. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Could you do that? She's saying she can't do that. Of course, she's answering before she's actually been, you know, put in that position. But she just doesn't believe her as a person as well as she knows herself. She don't believe that she could do that. You know, see things as they are, accept the change. You know, given a second chance and a second trial basis to, you know, something that came up. Probably doing a rocky patch, you you know, probably doing a rocky patch of the relationship, which they are going to be, man. Pardon the interruption. If you bought some new boots, these are the best boots on the market. You have to break them in. You're gonna get a blister or two. Your feet are gonna hurt at first, but they're the best boots on the market. I don't know if that's gonna interrupt the live video, but it had to reconnect for whatever reason. But yeah, you're never gonna be able to play the part if you don't take the time to break in that new relationship, that new set of boots, that new experience, and allow it to go through those trial and error points. You know, maybe they have to be the bigger problems have to be dealt with first. Maybe the bigger problems come later. You know, there are 20-year marriages that have ended. There are 1-year marriages that have ended. There are 7-year relationships that have ended. There are 6, you know, I mean, and on and on and on. You know, but if you're not faced with those things, then it's almost wrong to just say, well, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. We can have a relationship and be dead broke. Are you dead broke now? Well, no. Then how the hell you know that? How the hell you know that? And it's not wrong to say that you can or can't. It's just when you go through it, you'll know it then. But damn it, you're taking the risk of saying, I'm gonna go through it. Me and little buddy gonna go through it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I ain't going out and stepping out on him. He's here every night. Okay, well damn it, we're gonna just damn do it. We're gonna damn do it. We're gonna buckle up our boots. We're gonna do it together and find out. We're going to do it together and find out. We're going to find out if we can withstand. We're going to find out if we can hold down. We're going to find out because you don't know. But do you put yourself in a marriage to go through that trial period? Or, you know, maybe we just do it as in a dating capacity. In a dating capacity. It's almost unheard of to say a dating capacity without sex because that's just typically not the norm. You don't know if you have a physical chemistry. Most people don't wait and, you know, find out if they, you know, got that snapper in their bed after they get married. People don't typically do that anymore. So that's, it is what it is. But in this respect, yeah, in this respect, you're not going to try it like that. You're going to go in, you're going to have sex, you're going to like it, it's going to be awesome and great, and you're going to have other things that attribute to how good it is. That's good, and the relationship part is good. We're communicating good, and we have good sex. Why don't we get married? Because we don't know anything about one another. Without the sex, yeah, you probably were on to something. With the sex involved, now you've given yourself somewhat of, you have vested interest. You have conflicting, you know, you're conflicting now. It's conflicting now. You probably shouldn't have took that step, and you probably should have stick with what you were doing before when you were trying to find out if you had something real. The sex part, you know, unfortunately, they say it's going to decline with time. I don't know. I haven't experienced that yet. But they say it's going to decline with time. So before you let your physical get involved, you really have to put a lot of that foundation. A lot of that foundation has to be just mental and emotional. Just that. It really does. To make something that you can stand up on later on when the physical part declines in time. So you know you got something that you can base the rest of it on. And you're cool with it. And you're cool with it. Because our physical is not the determining factor. What we do physically is not the determining factor. That's not going to happen a lot. But hopefully, in this relationship and you have God involved the entirety of the time, no matter what it is that you cross, no matter what it is you do, he will either keep you in it and strengthen it, or he will let you walk away with him in mind and continue the same direction. If you show up alone, you're going to show up where you're supposed to be going. That in itself is a comfort. That in itself is a comfort. Everybody's not going to be married. Everybody's not going to be together. It's not going to always be a twosome. It's not always going to be a twosome. You know? So who's to say what's realistic as far as what you will and won't achieve when it comes to having a spouse and making a mate or making a relationship that's, going to withstand. You get out of it what you put in it. But never believe that that person is just what's going to keep you there. It's always going to have to be something above and beyond that. And there's only one thing. You went to the church, you put on the clothes, you had everybody show up, you made everybody bear witness to what you and this person said to God. Nobody had to be there. Nobody had to be there. They just saw what you said you were going to do. When you don't do it, we was all there. We heard it. We was all there. We heard it. Ain't doing that now, though, is you? No, you're not. And you're not perfect. And you're not perfect. You don't create your own threshold. If you stay in and you stay prayed up, the opportunity for you to get out of that because it's not right for you will present itself, because God is involved in this relationship as well. He'll give you your out if you need an out. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, because you're not in any position to do anything spectacular. You're just a human. You're just a person. You can be wooed just like you can be fooled. It happens all the time. But put your best foot forward. Let God handle what you can't, and you'll be all right. And in any situation, y'all stay up. I get